Hi, my name is Carly Kuntz, and in this reflection, I will discuss how my understanding of diversity and my personal virtues influence the development of my multicultural educational digital toolkit. Throughout this course, I have deepened my understanding of multicultural education as more than simply celebrating cultural holidays. I now view it as an intentional and ongoing commitment to equity, representation, and culturally responsive teaching practices. When designing my toolkit, my awareness of diversity, including cultural, racial, ethnic, linguistic, and socioeconomic differences, strongly influenced the strategies I suggested. I was intentional about ensuring that multicultural education was embedded across curriculum, teaching methods, classroom environment, and family engagement rather than treated as a separate or isolated topic. For example, in my curriculum integration section, I included strategies such as incorporating multicultural literature and presenting diverse historical perspectives. I wanted to ensure that students see themselves reflected in the content they are learning, while also being exposed to perspectives beyond their own. Representation matters not only for identity development, but also for academic engagement. In the teaching methods section, I emphasize culturally responsive instructional strategies such as activating prior knowledge and using flexible instructional formats. I recognize that students bring diverse ways of learning, communicating, and processing information. Designing instruction that honors those differences allows all students to access rigorous content. Additionally, I was very mindful of including family and community engagement strategies. Recognizing linguistic and cultural diversity means ensuring that families feel welcomed, valued, and empowered as partners in the educational process. Overall, my goal was to create a toolkit that promotes both equity and high expectations while affirming student identity. The personal virtues I identified earlier in this course, empathy, respect, integrity, and perseverance, played a significant role in shaping this toolkit. Empathy guided my decision to prioritize inclusive discussion structures and affirming language practices. I believe that students must feel emotionally safe and valued in order to fully engage in learning. Respect influenced my commitment to authentic representation rather than tokenism. I wanted the strategies to go beyond surface level celebrations and instead promote deeper cultural understanding and critical thinking. Integrity shaped my approach to curriculum integration. I was intentional about selecting strategies that reflect research-based practices rather than simply what appears inclusive on the surface. Finally, perseverance reminded me that the multicultural education is not a one-time effort. It requires ongoing reflection, adjustment, and professional growth. Developing this toolkit reinforced that commitment. One significant insight I gained throughout this whole process is that multicultural education must be deliberately planned. It does not happen automatically. Teachers must critically examine curriculum materials, classroom practices, and communication to ensure they are inclusive and equitable. I also learned that culturally responsive teaching and academic rigor are not opposing ideas. In fact, they complement one another. When students see their identities affirmed and their experiences valued, they are more likely to engage deeply and achieve at high levels. Moving forward, I feel better equipped to intentionally evaluate and adjust my teaching practices through a multicultural lens. I plan to continue integrating diverse perspectives into curriculum, strengthening family partnerships, and implementing culturally responsive instructional strategies. This toolkit will serve as both a practical resource and a professional reminder of my responsibility to create inclusive learning environments where all students feel seen, respected, and capable of success.